Team Liquid's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team Liquid's turn to ban.
Hello and welcome, my lovely German Twitch chat. How are you guys doing? We're back again. We play Season 3. The draft has begun. Team Liquid up against Cookies, and yeah, it's kind of funny to see every time Kuro plays, the chat fills with pretzels and lovely vice beer. But Liquid have a standard. Alex, another German player, going to be here instead of Mind Control for tonight. Cookies have their roster bolstered by Flame. Pablo Gaming was a new addition, still sticking around, but at this point, you know, the draft getting a little bit juicy with these bans, and now the first pick of Invoker and DP. Welcome in my co-caster, Moppax.
Radiant team.
What's going on? Yo.
Oh, not too much. You mentioned the German fans, and man, are they ever? They're just all kinds of things that you mentioned. Let's
and then there's the one
up in there.
There's the one guy. Stop talking German. I only understand it a little. Oh, you poor little guy. You poor little guy. This is now the German chat. You cannot retreat. There's only one way out, and that's through this Dota 2 video game.
10 seconds remaining.
I gotta say, the biggest thing so far, I'm looking at this draft, is the fact that they went for this Death Prophet and Spirit Breaker, and the Tusk wasn't mentioned, whereas it is the hero that they play the most. They have 20 games on Tusk this patch for Team Liquid. They're rocking a 16-4 record. We all know how amazing Jerax is on it. No need to go over that again. So I gotta say, I'm a little surprised.
Yep. Oh, heroes out there for like European teams are stuff like Oracle, Bat Rider's a big one. We're looking at Juggernaut often gets banned out in like second phase, but I'm still not sold on him being a first phase hero. I'll
tell you what's probably gonna. Honestly, I think Cookies is gonna decide if they're gonna pick Rubik, because not only is it a hero that Pablo plays all the time, it's his best hero, at least that I've seen him play. And you can basically guarantee when you've already drafted Death Prophet and Spirit Breaker that they're going to ban it out on Liquid. So that's why they're going to go for it here. Because remember that game that we had where the Spirit Breaker was charging mid on the Invoker, and they didn't have anything to deal with it?
Yeah.
I think that's the kind of idea they're looking at here.
The Rubik steal the charge, cancel out Spirit Breaker's one, and steal it back to charge back into face. Now, Cookies, there's the Oracle ban. I was kind of looking for the Death Prophet, not going to have that false promise.
Radiant team
or
ban.
Fate Edict of healing bombs thrown down onto him. Even. Faceless Void taken out by Team Liquid, though. Kind of interesting one. Quite often we see Void comboed up together. Pairing. Don't want to deal with it, don't want the Chrono into Sunstrike combination. Paired up with an Ancient Apparition or
5 seconds
remaining. Cookies, what? Who would look to ban out? Well, it's the Dazzle. Bat Rider, who's been left in.
Few different options here. Even the Darkseer, if they wanted to go back for that. Like, obviously, Mind Control's not here, and the hero in itself has fallen off a little bit, but whenever you can get it with one of his partners, either being the Spirit Breaker or the Night Stalker, or even an Ember Spirit, something like that, there's plenty of ways that Darkseer is just still staying. Like, he dominates that off lane, he doesn't even require the Iron Talent, he can still farm that Kiev excellently well. He allows rotating support to even take an Eye Shell and go farm that Kiev. So many options available that I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that come out.
Like 1940. Oh my god, look at the chat, it's gone insane. Oh, there's doner kebabs. There's, what else is there? Sauerkraut. There's people spamming nonsense through the chat, you disgusting people. Bratwurst, yep. Vigets. No. Doing, lads. Oh, well, Liquid go back for the Matuma Man Gyrocopter. Good, solid, safe pick. Really out of the ordinary. Oh, man. Sometimes you guys are just too... Peace. Batrider
10
is there, you know,
seconds
capture
remaining.
Death Prophet out. Decent against Spirit Breaker. Can cancel out the charge with
5
Flame
seconds
Break. But
remaining.
you know what? Another hero that I was kind of mentioning,
Team
often
Liquid's
banned
turn
the
to
second
pick.
phase, here by Cookies. I mean, seen a lot of love, but it's not like that hero. He's not a safe lane hero that's like, oh, we've got a super good chance winning. He's just like, he's pretty good. He does a decent, solid job. Does bolster a fair amount, though, if you want to go for something like an Enchantress later on.
Radiant team.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Something that obviously hasn't been mentioned with the Chen banned out, and then the Lone Druid also banned out here. That is Kezu's, most known hero. Something he loved to play every time it's allowed. But of course, being a top pick this patch, you're not always going to be getting that opportunity. Comes down to like what they're going to do in the offlane. Might just leave it for last year, pick up your other support, see what you can work with. The Void's gone, Nyx is gone, which is a nice little ban out for the potential Batrider picks from either
5
side here.
seconds remaining.
Liquid wanted to go back towards even themselves. Maybe we'll just get a little bit of a. I think they need some roam, like with a Night Stalker, something along those lines, something where they can be on the offensive.
Oh,
Or
hey.
the Kezu Legion Command.
Team
That is his other
Liquid's
hero.
turn to ban.
There we go. Hopefully in Legion, I've fueled the fires. I've fueled the fires a little bit. Oh, it will never
Now
end.
I want like a position
Radiant
for
team
Nature's
ban.
Prophet. Okay, they're gonna ban out the Bounty Hunter, so they're thinking the same idea, like something to combo up with the Sunstrike duel.
What other options? So you want Nature's Prophet to be like jungling and
Yeah, no, it's not actually gonna happen. But
10
like
seconds
Night
remaining.
Stalker's pretty good. Even
Tusk?
It's fine,
5
yeah.
seconds
Anything that can
remaining.
roam around together with the Legion Commanders, solid. Even like an Omni Knight, honestly.
Reserve time.
Plenty of different options here.
And out for Cookies, are we expecting Spirit Breaker to be in that 4 role, then just the 5, and then we have another off laner here for Team Liquid, or Breaker and think he's going to head straight towards the off lane?
I think he has a role here where he has to be putting pressure on the Center. So I would be looking towards someone else in the offlane.
In that case, what do we aim for?
Brute Dark's here, man. You've got Death Prophet, you've got Gyrocopter. They're gonna ban out the Enchantress.
Team Liquid's turn
Yeah,
to
it
pick.
seems really solid. Unless you had like an Enigma player, that'd be kind of sick.
I guess you don't put Brood up against the Legion Commander, because Cookies can just kind of switch the lanes and go up against that. They go for the Tide Hunter, so it will be the
Radiant
Spirit
team
Breaker 4
pick.
role, roaming around and applying pressure to lanes like you kind of want. Cookies? And support. We headed. Tusk, Treant Protector, just someone
The anti-duel.
someone to just go in and bully people a bit.
I still like Night Stalker just for the long duration silence. It's
10
rough against
seconds
Tide Hunter,
remaining.
honestly, because of the Kraken Shell, but it's good up against Prophet and even Gyrocopter.
5
If like he
seconds
doesn't throw
remaining.
down call down right away in the fight, if he might be willing to line it up better with a Ravage. There's always that potential. But then when you're thinking about
Reserve
500, you're
time.
always thinking about range. Like you've already got the Rubik, which is awesome. First off, one of the things I thought might dissuade them from using 500 in the offlane. But now, yeah, it'll be the Tusk. So roam around, get your duels going, and rock and roll.
Those get those ganks going. Gonna lay now. Alex will pick up the Vengeful Spirit. So who's gonna head on to Tide? And of course, Gyrocopter. Gyrax. Oh, it's gonna be Kuroki Tide off lane. Looks like it. That's
I guess so.
that's where they're aiming things.
One role he hasn't played. I don't think I've ever seen an offlane Kuroki. Sure, he's done it at some point. He's done 4-position jungle Batrider enough times.
Oh man. And the 4% Lifestealer jungle that he's done before
Yeah.
as well.
And a Juggernaut in the past too, I believe.
German casters are missing. Got a German chat. So that's why all the Germans are here. The German casters aren't in the game. Remake or not? So, Dota TV. Fine. They'll be fine. They're grown men. Okay. Sparta with the OS Frog, Death Prophet, sucky hero, the most ridiculous, annoying hero entity with the most overpowered spell in the game. Lifen, the one and only. Honestly, the fact that pierces spell immunity, it's pure damage, it slows, it does damage from max HP, and it has charges. Ice Frog, what were you thinking?
It's like he just couldn't decide like what the balancing factor if it was going to be. So he just figured, you know, I'll just put it all out there, and we'll see what's, you know, what's good and what's too good, and we'll just nerf.
Yeah,
and just take care of him for him.
He's just gone sod it. We'll give him we'll give Death Prophet everything. We'll revert things as needed as we go along. So early smoke here from Cookies heading over towards this ramp. They're going to get spotted out. Matumba Man waiting his time. And the snowball's going to come straight on into the Gyrocopter, to stun him up, lift him, spin him, kill him. Not enough damage quite yet, but they will finish him off. And Matumba Man is the first to fall. Alex, the retreat out, did swap out with Jirax. Venge for Spirit Breaker.
30 seconds to battle.
But did Matumba Man just not have vision there?
No, he definitely had up to get to this point. So I don't know. I guess maybe just last second decision. I like how he didn't even skill Rock Rise. Like, I'm dead. Maybe I'm gonna take Flat Cannon to zone out this Legion commander. I'm not even gonna take it.
He was, you know, alt-tabbed, not expect to happen. He was watching his videos like he was at the defense, you know, those YouTube videos with twerking. Yeah, oh, Pablo! You
Pablo
sneaky
just
little...
made a lift play and stole it.
I mean, giving up your life here is fine, you sneaky little bugger. Thank you very much, I'll take the bounty rune. So that's giving him pretty good advantage here to Invoker. 125 experience sitting at, well, Salve's coming out to himself, so that's where the gold has gone. But Fata, for experience, that's first, the kill they got back, sure enough, it's okay, but Invoker's going to get to level 2 a fair amount quicker.
Alright, well, Alex, he's posting up here. Decide what he wants to do, you know, he's got his charge ready and available. Decide who they want to bully out first. Everyone's got to get those first couple levels, and it's either got to be on maybe like a First Blood movement, where you got them together, like what you saw Cookies doing, but maybe just gonna go back for the pull. We'll see. He needs that level 2, really. Like, you don't want to be going with him. Fans don't like that.
No, you need the 17%. Need it. To stack off, when Kuroki's being zoned back, he has hit level 2, but he went for a point in Gush. That initial fight, I'm guessing. See every day. Skills Invoker. You've already got the Forge Spirits up running. Sunstrike. Wait for the Cold Snap there. Jirax forcing back this Legion Commander who is yet to get level 2.
Look at this play by the Morts. This is perfect, eh? Go up here. They've already got the ward, obviously, so they see what we're doing, and they're putting this pressure on. And they see his movement, and now they know there's a ward there. Oh, they're not gonna check! Oh, you know, you were right! Right!
How did they get vision up there, though?
They don't have shards. Yeah, he's only got Snowball.
They've got nothing to see up, unfortunately. A little bit of a shame.
Gonna use another sentry.
The lanes are kind of balancing themselves out, though. You know, Eskil still gets bullied heavily by the Death Prophet. Not a lane you're gonna win outright without rotation. Okay. Kind of weather the storm here. Do not allow Fata to apply too much pressure. Soul Siphon, Crypt Swarm. It's just a matter of time, though. As Fata gets in the bottle, then boots. Kills will start flowing, and even with the rotation in from Pablo, looking from the east to head in onto this DP. In the illusion rune. Now, just get a few clicks in. TP back a tiny bit, but Flem's Juggernaut. It's an even there with the gold Gyrocopter in terms of last hits, but denies. Look at him. 10 denies on this madman. Charge was Alex on the Rubik, I guess. Cross.
A harassing Sunstrike coming out here. Running mid, just trading blows.
There's like 4 people mid, 5 people mid. Steph's dead. Look at that Soul Siphon. Oh, the damage from that thing is insane. Blitzer's here now. He's standing next to me. He knows all too well about Death Prophet mid lane. The disgusting nature of Soul Siphon.
I heard he lost the cap. Cap was... Is that true?
Yeah. It's very difficult to beat this hero. In fact,
Like
that once she gets like bottle boots, she just runs at you. Okay. Over into that little full camp area. Not sure what he was looking for. Maybe some Legion was making up, but I guess, yeah, the fact Legion wasn't there, Spirit Breaker knows that here's who's down in the old Radiant Jungle. The Iron Talon. Here we go.
Actually, like, just such a great play from him. He walks in there, he checks to see if there's any stacks, and at the same time, they're going to assume that he placed a ward, so they come over and they slap down a sentry, and they don't find anything.
They're nothing doing. kind of feel good with Cookie's laning phase so far. They've held their own, kind of weathered the initial 4 minutes or so, not giving away too much. Honestly, I expect more kills to come out of Liquid. The fact they've got roaming Vent, Spirit Breaker, got this DP who kind of crushes her lane. Ah, here we go. Maybe with a haste rune she'll open things up a bit. But then you take a look at where Cookies are, right? 3 heroes are mid. What can the DP do 1v3? She's not that good.
Yeah, both offlaners just
is under
situation right now. Can't really contest the lane. With all the hard stuns up here, like we got Vengeful Spirit as well as the Spirit Breaker. We might have something break out here. See who the rotations are going to be in. Maybe Stepstyle can get something really big.
Moving on to top, there's the snowball. Catch Matumberman and Alex, but Jirax is here from the back. The bashes through, good physical damage in, but Jirax and Alex, they're caught in behind enemy lines. The Vengeful Spirit gonna be drop. I'm not sure Stepstyle not dying just yet. Jirax is dead. Stepstyle is still alive, keeping himself going through this, but Pablo finally drops the fastest DP as the sucking bloody Death Prophet just look at that Soul Siphon damage and slow. Takes down 2 heroes almost on her own. Luckily though, Stepstyle escapes. Kuroki low on HP, but I guess that's just from the jungle. The rotations in from these guys, insane.
I was thinking that, you know, you'd have to kind of wait to get level 6, pop that haste rune, but don't have to wait when action breaks out like that. Just pop it, run up there, start throwing out those spirit siphons, and go to town.
Yeah, guys, the fact that my the heroes are highlighting, it's from playing custom games. I was playing Overthrow earlier, and for some reason Reborn bugs out if you don't restart your game client. It does this whole, like, highlighty, makes people white, ghost-like effect. I don't know, it's...
Yeah. Got issues.
Reborn has
we
issues?
all know Reborn has a couple issues.
Reborn has issues? No! How dare you defile the name of Gaben and Valve and Ice Frog? Reborn is perfect. Perfect! Cannot deny this. Level 6 Jug, level 3 Blade Fury, he can probably start clearing out some of these stacks. He's 1 large camp stacked up for himself. In fact, he's going to look for the Omni Slash towards mana. DP's moved across, he can't find the Omni towards... Give Stepstyle the Arcane Rune.
This will do nicely.
Farming down towards bottom lane.
Good thing Stepstyle's getting at the top of this. One of those runes you definitely don't want the Death Prophet to grab because it's basically a free tower push. Helping to reduce that cooldown ever so massively. Being a static 145 for the duration of the game, it's always going to be nice to grab that up for yourself. So, rather fortunate that it didn't show up in the top.
Okay, level 5. Here, like, honestly, this patch is really all about offlaners buying Iron Talon, farming jungle camps, and safe lane farmers getting free farm. Like, we're not just hitting away at creeps. We've seen Spectres do this, Juggernauts do this, just complete free farm.
Well,
like,
you saw the I don't even know, the ambition, I guess, of Kuroki to like immediately TP mid on that first gank as well. Like, he just went for it. Like, how often do you see offlaners like used to 2? So that's definitely a big play for this match.
Skill. Look at that damage. They've got the slow as well. Raven Terror with 1 more hit. The Gush will secure it, but Flens tries to come back in with the Omni Slash. They've got Bata secured by the tier 1 and a snowball.
Oh, snowball.
Going in onto Alex. I've caught him, not quite. Snowball barely scratching the backside of the little Spirit Breaker, but it's going to be Matumberman that comes in. Launches the cooldown. Deals up a kill on the Tusk. Alex isn't done. Alex is not done. Well, he is now. Still comes out of the Legion. 5-4-3. 3 counter. Kenzu picks up a nice bit of... there.
Dire's
Look at change. Sitting at 1200.
Alright, well there's your big initial rotations. Your Gyrocopter comes flying in, throws down the call down. That's basically like ideal scenario. On in there and still with some kills. Alex are, of course, getting a little bit over his head, and your first dual damage will come out here, as well as that Blink Dagger also being farmed up, but still sitting on brown boots. You're gonna have to be relying pretty heavily on the Sunstrike if they actually want to make some plays happen. And who can you even go on? It'll have to be Matumberman, but you've got to be worried about the potential swap in a couple levels here from the Vengeful Spirit, and then just the TP Ravage as well.
Ravage gonna come. Where's it gonna land? Kuroki only knows. Alex isn't doing too badly for levels here. Let's just take a quick look. Tusk level 3, 4 and 4 on the Vengeance Spirit Breaker. Rubik halfway to level 6 actually. Pretty massive for this little support Rubik. We're looking at the net worth. 4K jug. Spectacular. I mean, standard for 9 minutes in. Start getting into these stat items. You've got the Ring of Aquila, you can start aiming towards Battle Fury now if you want to. But often we see, at drums, people still opt for like the S and Y. Really it's the Battle Fury just to get yourself up and running. Keep that farm flowing while you also fight. Regen, good damage. Yourself up towards the mid game. While in Invoker, what are we actually looking for? Well, this is 400 gold away.
Lane, they just barely stopped that aggression. Alex certainly would have gone there. Oh wow, that was just creepy.
He's screwed, honestly. Flens, he's got Omni Flash, the Summerman launches out the call down, but he's blocked in the trees. Juggernaut keeps the body blocks going. No dual win though, unfortunately for the old Legion Commander. Sunstrike won't kill him. Keep him low. Here from the toss with the Ice Shards, the regen rune on Fata. Snowball, well played actually. Just keeping vision up on the high ground. Fata turns to fight the Soul Siphon. The DPS of the Ghost isn't going to be enough to keep Tusk at bay, and those shards actually block her in. We're on the wrong side of the tracks, and Jirax coming in to try and help out. No swap available. Brave and the stun, that minus armor definitely pumped down to the exorcism pretty massively.
Alright, well, they're looking to keep pumping up the dual damage here for the Legion Commander, because it is just going to be the brown boots into the Blink Dagger, and now's the chance to use it, but Broke can get off the Ravage. This is how are they going to work around this?
Oh, there's the nuke into the dual. Sunstrike secures. Kuroki's dead, so there is no Ravage. Death Style sucked off by the Ghost Lady. Imbalance? No, I don't think so. Not anymore, says Eskill. 2 kills to him, and the Toolman maybe can turn us around for Liquid. Comes back in. Keizu heals up. The healing ward is there, but it's not enough. Flens, I'm not sure where you were going. There's no teddy bear picnic in those trees for you. Only Matsumaman Rocket Barrage. The damage output of Liquid just a little too much. Cookies. And honestly, that was all without a Ravage.
That was like best case scenario right there. They didn't see the Blink Dagger picked up because Keizu grabbed him the side shop up here, TP down into the fog. And so without, usually you're worried like, okay, they're either going to duel the Tidehunter for the Ravage or they're going to be dueling the Death Prophet or the Exorcism. So that's what we got to worry about. That's what we got to play around. Instead this time they knew the only target would be Tidehunter, but they were just thinking, oh, they don't blink yet, But it ends up that, they get the Ravage canceled, they eliminate the Death Prophet, and then just the cleanup. I'm a Tumble Man. So I got the Helm of the Dominator. He's rolling in now with his wand, his Ring of Aquila. He's taking over the net worth chart. He can start backing up these Ancients. These catapults already over there ready to rock. And now they just want to march forward. X will be back up shortly. They'll move to the Ravage and keep the train going. And they just can't let the pickoffs from Legion Commander snowball, because that's what they're going to be relying on here. Like, they kind of have a little bit of a stretch.
Summerman pretty much leapfrogged over the DP and the jug, placed in net worth. This charge in from Alex. Down by the tier 1 at middle lane, they know it's coming in. Eskill not actually invoking anything. He's got Pablo there to save him, that's why. He is holding on to the Forge Spirit's Cold Snap, and now he's got Sunstrike ready. They want to try and turn this and find another target. And they've got full vision of this gyro, the snowball in. Martin doesn't cast anything. They don't have a spark, they do have Soul Slice and turn with that big old call down of Flems. Luckily spinning, but still, that piercing, Magic Immunity piercing, massive spell from Fata, honestly. Take him down to like 2/3 of his HP within a couple of seconds. Tier 1 for the troubles. Still no Ravage used. Kuroki's just playing this game where, come at me. Take towers. You want to walk into a Ravage? Is that what you want to do? And now he has a Blink Dagger, so they don't even have to walk in, he'll jump himself in.
It's a little interesting considering how they're playing this game as well, because typically, oh, nice swap. Barrett's been saving that for so long.
How blow? Does go down, they even get the Nether Strike onto Keizu. Oh, the Legion Commander. Ice Shards will not save your buddy. Only he can blink himself away from this. Burn ticking down lower and lower. He's got 10 HP. The charge comes in and secures it up. Shores it. Deal. With this all out aggression. First 5 minutes or so looked a bit dodgy. Keys. And riding on that wave, but Liquid have brought it back with that one fight down a bot from a Tumberman. Looking super strong.
This Blink Dagger, I think, is just a great pickup. Honestly, most Tidehunters are going for the mech. this point in a lineup like anywhere resembling this, where you're just looking to walk in, you see Croaky holding the Ravage, he's like, come at us. Like, you know, this is how we're going to play this. It's going to be a counter initiation tool. But the way that Croaky's reading the game right now is that my Spirit Breaker can. I just saw what Matuma Man does bottom when he gets a call down because of how far ahead he is of everyone else. All I need is a setup onto my Ravage, and Matuma Man can go to work. Then my Death Prophet can go in. I don't need to worry about this act to keep my team up and alive and pushing. We're just going to kill them all. We'll worry about the objectives after, you know?
Go.
Try and take control of your own jungle. This is massively, massively important for them right now. They do try and farm over on these side lanes. They've got Spirit Breaker to chase, Venge swap. Control of this Radiant jungle, and now smoking out to try and maybe pick off Matuma Man. He's out in the clear, he's in the open, but he gets himself up onto the high ground just in time. Do they know it's coming? They've got Ravage and cooldown. The top shard are there, but this is a good idea. The Ravage is there. Keizu's trapped alone, caught on the wrong side, and the rest of his team all retreat.
Oh my god, that
like
storm.
an Italian tank. Time to put it into one of the 5 reverse gears. Run the hell away. Juggernaut, what's your plan, buddy? In and TP? I don't think you've got an option. You're just dead. There's a spin. There's a TP. Nice, sweet prince.
That's gonna be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard you say.
Have you never heard that before?
Right.
Have you never heard? Never heard about Italian tanks having 5 gears for reverse and 1 to go forward in case they get attacked from behind?
Not actually in the Canadian history, actually.
Okay. It's probably more of, you know, an English anecdote that we tell ourselves to make us feel superior.
Congratulations, you found something.
It's like, how do you sink an Irish submarine? You knock on the door. Come on, I expected a chuckle from that. give me something. I'll get nothing. Oh, I'm done. Fail fish. There we go. It's over.
Oh, that's life. You know, that's what you signed up for. And well, Cookies, they looked pretty good early, you know. They were taking it a little bit up. You know, they were creeping their way up. They were holding their own right up until about that 8-minute mark, and then the whole disaster bottom. The double kill. They can't keep up the momentum. Kazu, obviously an extremely momentum-based draft whenever you go kind of this like global strategy into a, you know, blinking pick-off strategy, and you're fighting into Prophet and Tidehunter, and there is nothing Tidehunter loves more than 5-manning. Like, this guy just like, guys, like, let's go on. I got Ravage up, you know? Go hit some jungle camps for like 30 more seconds, then enemy Ravage, then we're gonna go take an objective. And you used to see teams like be worried about getting punished for this kind of stuff, but we all know that we're in this like off laner farms jungle, safe laner farms, safe lane. There doesn't seem to be that same pressure without like a Chen, you know what I mean? Like roaming around and actually putting objectives right now.
Steph style, you know, he did a decent job in the first 3-4 minutes, I want to say. Sitting at 0, 6, and 4 right now, his actual strength can't be felt. He's sitting at level 5, not even hitting level 6 yet. Without the Walrus Punch, you know, that is massive, massive value just to waste almost. He hits it now, so he's got the punch. And I guess they're going to try and smoke themselves up here.
There was a ward spotting the grouping, so
yep.
They may have an inkling of what's going on.
You're right. Right. The rest of Liquid right now. So Matsu, he's got himself 1900 gold. He could go into BKB, honestly, after the Helm Yasha treads. Himself up a bit more in these team fights. Kuroki that I'm super scared of. Point boosters up. That Aghanim Scepter is insane. Cancelling out Blinks, the long range Gush. Just ridiculous to try and handle. Coming onto this mid lane, they know the Legion's there, farming away at the Ancients, but Blink back good from Keizu, gets himself behind the tier 2. And at this point, it's just like scramble all jets. Cookies pushing all lanes, just trying to keep the equilibrium as far back as they can, while maintaining some good GPM. That gold income going.
Alright, well, another addition to kind of their whole theme of this draft is obviously the Yule Scepter, so it'll be helping out. Maybe he can survive through his silence from the Death Prophet, possibly dodging out a call down. There's a couple nice little tools here, even the Blink Ravage. Like, you can certainly make a couple plays here, and in the end, it also just helps set up for massive nuke damage all strung together, and that's pretty important, right? You're dealing up against Tidehunter and Death Prophets. They can actually up the Exorcism or the Ravage. There's definitely still a potential for the fight. Brokey. That's someone else. Alright, that's an eggs, right?
Over on who, sorry?
Brokey.
Yeah. Sure.
like, I mean, I know that people were talking about it and mentioning, but I can't say that I'm that into it. I just feel like the force staff and everything is valuable. Even going back for a mech because no one else is building it for them.
Have you seen this gush in gameplay?
I mean, I've played it, but I feel like you just don't have the mana to actually sustain it. Like, without an OD or something on your team in the aura, it just feels so underwhelming. I think he's just getting it because he's a golden helmet. Is that even gold or is that just normal? I don't even know them.
I don't know. You got a gold one of them.
Oh yeah, no, that's just normal. He doesn't have the gold one. So yeah, I don't even know why he's buying it then. Just like, yeah, it's fine late game when you have like a Shiva's or something or some more mana regen, but I don't think it's actually going to do that much here. I guess we'll find out.
Well, take of the Aegis. Get themselves away, but Faster just pops up strong as ever. And with level 2 Exorcism, probably just going to push on into this tier 2. Oh, they need to pop the ulti. Yeah.
I don't know, not until there's any sort of a pressure threat. What you do right now as Cookies? They're just grouped up as 5. Kezu feels useless until he has a blade mail where he's actually threatening to deal with, you know? They can't just all burst him down the moment he shows. You don't have, well actually you do have the level 2 into the Omni Slash, but you don't have like that blade, or the Battle Fury rather, that actually jacks it up to being something really formidable into the battle.
Yeah, he doesn't have that kind of burst farm Battle Fury either to keep these items about 2,000 gold. But what's an S and Y? What's a Manta Star going to do? Like 20 minutes in? A pretty damning situation. One guy I do look at though is Eskill's Invoker. Because before these BKBs come up, DP... Oh, she just got it, didn't she? Yeah, DP just got the BKB, and Gyro... We've seen what he's building into yet, actually. Satanic is what Matumman's going straight on into. Gyrocopter. But the Yule's combo for Invoker, I think, is the one key here for Cookies to really utilize. Kind of sad that they don't have the option to go and pick off. They ran out of smokes very early on, they just kept banning them. Do have one now though. Rubik and Tusk together. It's we'll keep it safe. They stay on their side of the river.
I'll be very impressed if they do manage to get here off of Alex. No direct vision of it, so maybe if their smoke pops, if they actually end up using it, which they haven't yet. Oh, he might just get away scot-free here. It's just so difficult. Like, they don't know where anyone is. Like, now they're going to spot a couple heroes bottom, so perhaps this will give them a little bit of a goal plan here. And the blade mail being up is also a big deal. But again, that BKB, it's up here, not only for the Invoker, but to deal with that blade mail as well. And it can be a little difficult with bots, because a lot of your damage, you can't control it that well. Obviously with the Exorcism and with your relics and stuff. But if you start a Spirit Siphon on someone, you know, it's not just going to go away. BKB is pretty...
Any trade's a good trade right now for Cookies as they try and take the top tier 1, but it's the tower down at bottom lane. Taken out by Matumman with his fully completed Satanic. Wonder, they're not going to set up on top, are they? Alex was waiting over in the wing. He looks to try and cancel out keys, but vision is lacking here for him. Doesn't see any of the other targets themselves forward. Well, Kezu both actually running forward onto this lane.
Is under attack.
Liquid are feeling invincible right now.
Full
Look
control
where they're
of,
standing.
yeah, full
No
control
vision.
of enemy jungle. They've got vision down in bot lane. Alex
Know where they are.
caught up at top and does get picked off by the Invoker Sunstrike. Was that wasn't a dual win though, was it? Get the duel down. Extra damage.
Is under attack.
Wondering what this Juggernaut's up to. He is going into that Manta style, which we looked at. D-push for Cookies is kind of limited. Ice Shards, they do have overwhelming odds. Loki needs this combo up and running. 9 seconds until Invoke's back up. Sunstrike, get the Meteor in. Oh no, he's not going to go for the combo, just trying to nuke down Matumman, but the telekinesis was too late. Climbing there on the damage, and Matumman just popped his Satanic early. Get the HP regen going, get himself back up to full. Come at me, bros. I've still got Kuroki sitting behind me. My big old bodyguard, the Watermelon, just waiting to blink Ravage.
They're just gonna back themselves away here. Obviously, losing your Spearbreaker for 2 tier 2s seems like a pretty good trade for me. They'll be pretty happy with that side of Liquid. They're gonna pick up a stack here in the jungle, and chances are we'll just be looking at that next Roshan spawn. We'll find the exact time out here in just a moment. And I don't know, this is gonna be perfect for them. Like maybe 2 or 3 minutes from now if it spawns. I think a later spawn's gonna be just fine. Can get a couple more big items up. If it's gonna be the BKP for Alex, it could be that's probably what it's gonna be. Let's be honest.
For fast spawn.
Oh, that is very fast.
If Cookies-
Maybe that might favor Cookies, especially if they can manage to get this off.
Oh, they kill Kuroki here. They cancel out the
Cancel
blink.
the blink,
Blade
nice.
Mail is down, and Kuroki is dead. Kezu gets the bonus damage, but they do not go and scout the Roshan. Kind of sad. I was thinking along the same lines when I was that time, and you're just ticking. Come on, when's it gonna spawn? When's it gonna spawn? Is it gonna be like a million minutes and Liquid just take it, or is it gonna be 5 seconds and solves in? Well, it's a fast spawn, but doing for the Radiant side is the rest of the lanes are being pushed in. They got a good pick, they got a good bit of dual damage, but there's still Ags up on the tide. There's still Father running around with a gold.
We might see, hopefully, like a Sunstrike come out in a moment here, or possibly just send a forward speed over, and definitely have the tools to scan it out, so be able to get those a good idea. They're going to spot this courier bottom, but it's actually just empty. What's happening?
Maybe Eskil wants to buy. No.
It's just like so random.
I'm pretty good at figuring this out, but I have no idea. Energy booster. Okay. I guess they felt.
Fair enough. Yeah, much safer. That's pretty comical. Good call, good call.
Dire's
Kane's
bottom
then.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, Tusk Arcanes. Good. They've fallen back a little bit. Less aggression now, as Cookies have managed to take off them over the past couple of minutes. But Roshan probably going to be the next objective here for Liquid. Man's up. The cave is open.
I mean, how do you fight this against that Gush, though? Like, I'll give him that. Like, it's gonna be brutal. You just can't go into the pit. It's gonna be washed away in a torrent of Tidehunter.
Managed to pick up his Aghanim Scepter here. And this Invoker, honestly, is going to be the carry of this team, if anyone. Not all sitting on that Manta style only, pretty much. Hiroki just, jumping around with a big old Gush. The middle. Spirits. At this point where Eskil really needs to start getting points into Wex, because you need the Deafening Blast, Tornado, you need these bigger combos to actually hit land and cause some havoc. Honestly, you need to start adding EMP to your kind of cycle of combos as well. That's the big one. EMP, Tornado, Meatball, Deafening Blast. That's what really pisses people off, not just the Yules combo with the Sunstrike.
Well, you can see, obviously with the Midas, it does help
Dire's top tower
him
is
up
under
near the
attack.
chart here in terms of net worth, but also in terms of the levels. There is a charge. This is very bold Muslim. Let his presence known.
Well, Willie, Alex counters that another strike there, and he's trapped in guys. Oh, Eskil doesn't get up onto the high ground, and Alex is still dead. Another strike not on time. Hiroki gets Anchor Smash falling out again. That's Juggernaut killing off Matumman up at top. Oh dear. Duel into Omnislash looks like theirs, and now they come back. Cookies! They're on a roll! 2 kills
They
in
can
quick
force
succession.
Ravage, they would be so happy.
Jard's gonna block Fata in. This might be a situation where Kuroki has to blink to save his teammate. There's the swap. Fair enough. KP's still ready out here for
What a
Fata.
scrappy fight. They're actually gonna get stunned up.
Yeah, Jirax is dead on the back end. They're just losing one after the other. Keizu cannot have another duel win. Still on cooldown, but these pretty decent streaks. No, Matsumman was dominating, killing spree on the Vengeful Spirit. And that's a good 3,500 net worth swing there, just for Cookie.
Possibly just a little bit of miscommunication, maybe with the stand-in. Definitely some odd movements there. Not very coordinated, not able to get anything off. They definitely, I think, got the TPs back they were looking for. Maybe hoping that they could just get a quick one and then bring Matumba Man into the mid lane and start pushing. But, with losing him to the Omni Slash up top, and this Roshan is just still so open with no one having discovered it yet.
So surprised that Matumman has not gone, for the Manta style, or the Standard Yasha, or the KP. Satanic after Yasha into Monkey King Bar is his goal here. Who are we even looking at that has evasion of any kind? Oh, Solar Crest? There's nothing like that.
Jacking up, I think he's just jacking up the Black Cannon for the squishy force.
Yeah. Oh, another no land just yet, but he'll throw it now to Pablo. He'll this back out, he's got the swarm, but he's got no mana left. Just telekinesis keeps him alive a little bit longer. He'll be left to the fate of Fata.
Oh no, he came back in.
Death
Oh,
style.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Man.
Gem on the deck, taken up by the Gyrocopter. Who else? Gyro takes it. Now back to Roshan they go. Come on. Surely. Roshan's up, guys. Roshan's alive. No, still don't want to go and take it. Up at top, I guess Eskil is split pushing pretty heavily. over into this tier 3 tower.
Under attack.
Down to Kezu, but it's too far for him to do anything.
KB's up.
Dash, dash.
Oh, Alex.
Can you imagine?
Dire's top
Going for another
tower
couple of
is
hits in
under
there.
attack.
Just punch him. Punch him to cancel the TP. Because if he does that, honestly, Kuroki gets in there with a gush, maybe, you know, ravage the one hero. Someone else walking around as well. I think it was Fata still sticking
Yeah,
out
it was
there.
Fata was nearby, and I think he was just worried that, like, I'm gonna cancel this, he's gonna duel me, I'm gonna die, and Kuroki won't be able to do anything. Might have been his fear.
Oh look, Matuma Man has realised Roshan is alive, guys! Gonna take the big man. So we've seen Fata going for Lincoln's. Matu will wait to see where he heads after this quirky little build. But Kuroki, 1700 gold. So Roshan goes down, we'll be sitting on 2k. Any tier 3s or racks fall, but it's this period of the game, you know, 30 minutes in, second Roshan, you've got your big ultimate honestly pumped up. 17 levels on Gyrocopter, level 3 ultimate on the Death Prophet. You've got your big ultis up to these level 3s. Even the Tidehunters getting pretty close to Gold Ravage. But this is where high ground gets
Dire's
broken.
middle tower has been denied.
Yeah.
Pablo might be as well. Charge on to though. Alex, he's
Yes,
got his eyes set on the Legion Commander. But the breakaway will create a little more space between them. Liquid can't really catch up onto this. Well, look at up top, honestly. Flip push is glorious out from Eskill. The rat is out to play.
And we talked about this in the Invoker we had earlier today, just how effective this is with the Force Spirits. You throw on the Alacrity, you have a Blink Dagger to hide in the trees, and even with a Spirit Breaker, you can see just how effective he just has been, really. No one else on the team having any sort of long-range initiation does make that pretty easy, other than your long cooldown on the Ravage, of course. This whole combination of the ultimates is why you're seeing this big, kind of weird build from the top man, right? Because his role is damage. He's gonna depend on Kuroki, he's gonna depend on Jerax to save him with Ravages and Swaps, and he's just gonna click things. That's his job. He doesn't need BKB. At least that's how they're going to play this out.
Trade looked almost real. Cookies, they take the tier 3 at top and they're doing a decent amount of damage here, chunking down on the ranged racks. But it's Liquid who come out with a melee rack of their own towards the mid lane, and now they quell the push on in. These Forge Spirits aren't going to last too long. One chipping away. It's a really difficult situation to be in, because Invoker's sitting there thinking, I can split, I can do this. No, I can do some decent structural damage here to the Dire team. But there's always that, you know, nagging question in the back of your head. What if I had TP'd back there? What if I'd gone back to defend? Sure, you're against Aegis, sure, you're against this Gyrocopter that's beefy as all hell, and a BKB Death Prophet. And those are probably the two key things that kind of cemented his decision to stay up at the top. But there's always that thought, if I'd come back and we defended there, could we have killed them? Could we have defended our racks of our own? Always little mistakes that can happen, or big plays on the player.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think in that situation, he's probably pretty happy managing to get the tower and, of course, the damage onto the range racks. If they can avoid fighting the Aegis and only losing a single melee rack for that, in the current situation, I think they're gonna love that. But oh, this is play up here.
Yup, I found Eskill, a split pushing, and
They need a combo with more, though.
out Pablo. Are you gonna get stunned up by Jirax? No, yes, you are. Pablo's caught. Poor little Rubik down and out. Steals up the. Oh, that's not the charge. That's empowering haste. Wow, that's not what you wanted.
Oh dear. Play.
I really thought it was the charge being picked up there. Who else died? There was no one else was there. That was Matuma Man picking up a regen rune that I saw. I thought that was another kill he managed to get himself. But in comes the push top again. No glyph available here for Cookies. Full steam ahead. They've even smoked up behind the Gyrocopter. Fastest to pop ulti in 10 seconds time. When the brute force comes in, Kuroki just waits. Have we seen a Ravage, honestly? Oh, Kizu. Oh god.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That is a massive problem. Can buy back.
Okay, I like this.
But at this point, you've still got 80 from Matuma Man. These racks are surely just gonna fall. Cleanse. Yes, diffusable Blink Manta style. But what's your initiation plan? Eskill's got to try and Yule's combo someone down. There's no Wex point for a big tornado. Got to try and Depth and Blast afterwards. And look at what he's got. He's got Ags level 3 on the Invoke. There's a big tornado. He's caught them with a meter as well for the Ravage. Throws them all up in the air. The Yule won't do enough. And in comes the Summer Man. Sits in the middle of everybody and just kills them all. Takes them out with Black Cannon one after the other. And GG's called.
monstrous build coming in with Tumpman.
Barracks has
So
fallen.
much damage. Not that you'll ever know because he's going to hide his secret build
Victory.
from everybody by dropping it on the ground. And Liquid, you know, they put up a showing. Obviously, the heavy favorites coming into this, I didn't even check any of the odds or anything like that, but you got to imagine. Cookie's obviously a relatively new team, so no surprise there. Held their own early on, but moving into that game, a couple missteps, but Liquid certainly seemed like
For a while, that's it. We'll have a short break. We will be back in about half an hour, I believe, 9:15 p.m. CET.